Humans aren't born out of laying around on their asses. We've been born out of conquering a world. We're the dominant species. We built all this. We're powerful and we're beautiful and we're ready to build the next level of civilization in God's plan. But you must stop bowing to those who want to make you a victim. You must become the victor. If you love God and you want to build a pro-human future, then you are an enemy of the New World Order and Satanism. They want us shut down because we have the Spirit. I'm jacked into the source. I know the secret, and I want to see you empowered. But you have to believe in yourself first. This is the truth, and everyone knows it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't think of a better topic for April Fool's Day than to talk about the Democrats. Because these people, they embody and define the word fool. These people continue to demonstrate that, first of all, they don't have a principle in their entire ideology, in their entire body. These people are all frauds. They're disingenuous. They lie as easily as they breathe. Of course, some of them worse than others, but one of the worst is Bernie Sanders. And, not to throw shade at Asmongold, but when he said, pretty recently, a couple months ago, that he would still vote for Bernie Sanders in the future, I think that may be one of the most retarded comments from him I've ever heard, considering what a fraud and a phony Bernie Sanders is. Bernie Sanders, many, many years ago, was talking about the millionaires and the billionaires. We got to stop the millionaires and the billionaires, until he became a millionaire, and then it became the billionaires. And if he ever became a billionaire, it would be the trillionaires, because socialism is always about complaining about people that make more than you. That's all it is. That's all it is. It is a grift to try to reach the next level, and then once you're at the next level, you complain about the people above you. It is pathetic. It is weak. It's what this guy has done his entire career. This man, he got arrested for civil rights. Who cares? Who cares? This guy has never worked a job in his life, and he's absolutely pathetic. He's wrong on every issue. He's a bombastic, old, senile retard. And, that's my opinion about Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders. But the thing is, Bernie Sanders talks about oligarchs. Now, he didn't care when the Democrat billionaires were influencing elections, stealing elections. He didn't care about the money that Mark Zuckerberg was putting into elections to help the Democrats win. He didn't care about the money that Soros was putting into the elections to help Democrats win, to get these soft on crime DAs to hurt the United States. Didn't care. Not one word. Not one word. And so I responded, only your oligarchy and billionaires are good, right, Bernie? I'll take Elon every time you fraud. And yeah, absolutely. Is Elon perfect? No. But he actually seems to give a shit, and he doesn't seem to be a malevolent force. He actually seems to give a damn about the United States. Which is more than I can say about these subhuman animals on the left that are going out there and destroying people's property because their feelings are hurt.
Tesla take...
No, this isn't the right video. This one. We'll watch that one in a minute.
Get off my fucking car! You touch that shit again, I will break your fucking fingers.
Okay, come on, bring it on. Bring it on.
These people are insane on the left. These people are insane. Like, this guy's just sitting here minding his own business, and these people, look, if you want to stand on the sidewalk with a sign and you want to make yourself look like an idiot, you have every right to do that. What you don't have a right to do is go up to somebody's property, start touching it, start yelling at them through their window, start making a fool out of yourself, start making a scene like this. You don't have a right to do that. You don't have a right to do that. But these people are so insane that they live and feed off of this, and a lot of it's bought and paid for. And I gotta be honest, what would make me most satisfied is finding out who funds these things and putting that person on trial and putting them in jail for the rest of their life for the damage that they've done to this country. I mean, you could call it, come up with insurrection charges, treason charges, sedition, whatever you want to call it. The fact of the matter is these people have been sowing discontent with money and with just brain-dead political, optics. It's ridiculous. You need to find the structure of this entire cult terrorist movement and dismantle it. That's what you need to do. You need to find out who's funding this. You need to identify the different branches and groups, and you need to go after them, because what these people are doing is not acceptable. It's not acceptable to go to a Tesla dealership and blow up a bunch of cars, which is what they did. Or to set fire to a bunch of cars, which is what they did. And to mention those things, also on the other end of that, the people that are not using bombs, but are just keying Teslas. That is something that I would refer to as soft terrorism. You're not blowing anything up, but you're doing damage. But are we really doing damage? Yes. In some cases, that could be a couple $1,000s worth of damage. No, what even is the big deal? You are committing an act of violence on somebody's property. And the response should be, you should of course pay for the damage, but you should also go to jail. There should be stiff penalties and punishments. Now, if you're trying to agitate somebody like this, and you're not touching his car, you're just standing back going, hey, you like Musk. I don't care about that. I'm not saying that those people should be arrested. But like the feminist chick who put the gum in the handle of the Tesla and basically broke the mechanics of it with the gum. And people were like, well, she just put a thing of gum on a car and that's a felony. You disingenuous freaks. You know perfectly well that she did damage to that car because of how she put the gum in there. She should face felony charges. This is common sense stuff. If you want to stop a certain behavior, if you want a high honor society, you have to punish criminals and create in the culture and in the civilization and in the population that there are going to be punishments and penalties for crimes. And that if you conduct that, you're not going to be able to get away with it, and it's not going to be business as usual. I think that's the first step. Now, of course, fairness is important. So, I wouldn't say that this woman, for example, who's being loud and obnoxious, should be charged if she just kept her hands down and was just sort of saying, well, Elon Musk is bad. Like if she's just being boisterous, but she is putting her hands on this dude's car. You can't do that. You can't reach into the car. You can't grab the glass. Having a heightened conversation or disagreement is fine. It's what America was founded on. But these people, first of all, they don't have an intelligent idea to save their life. They don't have an idea at all. They're emotionally ramped up. Some of them are paid to be there. Some of them are paid agitators. In fact, most of them are probably paid agitators. They bring in signs for people to walk around waving, and then there are a couple loud, rambunctious freaks that get involved, and they're the ones that, make the clips and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you look foolish, and you do, irreparable damage to your cause if you genuinely believe in this sort of anti-Tesla movement. Now, me personally, I've never been a big fan of Tesla until these people came out to hate on it. But I can at least respect and acknowledge what Tesla is and what it represents. It represents human advancement. It is a step forward in automobiles for this type of, propulsion, where you have a fully electric car that is advanced, that is highly sophisticated. It's pretty cool. As the technology gets better, maybe other people will incorporate that into their design and they'll come up with something else. But what I think is abundantly clear is that apparently the climate is not the most important thing. Every one of these freaks say, oh, the climate is the most important. Apparently not. Apparently, whatever the cause of the moment is the most important. Whatever gets them maximum virtue is the most important. Because Elon Musk and Tesla are the number one in electric cars. By far. And yet, because they don't like his politics, they've deemed Elon Musk to be, everything at this point. A Nazi, anti-science. There's a litany of accusations. And I think it's a combination of things, of course, bought and paid for, but I think it's just that these people don't have principles. They don't live in reality. Some of them are mentally ill. Some of them are probably on drugs. A lot of them, most of them are on drugs. But maybe it's like this old woman here, where the drugs have just absolutely crippled her ability to think and realize how ridiculous this makes her look. And I actually agree with Asmongold that it's the Council of Karens. A lot of problems in society can be attributed to Karens. I also think that a large portion of the problem comes from the black community. I'm not even talking about the statistics of, 13%. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the cultural resentment, where you have a large number of people that refuse to integrate into our society and have this chip on their shoulder, have this bitterness, this resentment, this jealousy towards white people. I think that's another problem as well. And it's being used by people like Soros pretty effectively. And it's being used to cause division and hatred and, you're one of them. And I think that it's absolutely terrible. I think that it is terrible for this country. It's terrible for all people. I think it's a stain that future generations are going to look back on and go, damn, these people, how did they allow themselves to be divided like this? When there are shows like Star Trek back in the 60s and 70s, and not the 60s, but in the 70s and 80s, you had Star Trek. You had shows that showed that you could come together in mutual cooperation, and racial tensions, I would argue, are worse than they've ever been, because a lot of these people, for their own benefit and ideological ends, are using it to cause division and to sow distrust and animosity instead of trying to actually fix the problems. They're trying to capitalize on it and make it worse because they can use it to their own ends. I think that's pretty despicable, personally. Anyway, we've made it 13 seconds into the video.
Fuck you, Nazi! Fuck you, Nazi!
Like, try to for a second put yourself into this person. You're not attractive. You're not conventionally attractive. You're not attractive at all. You've decided to adopt an identity and a movement as your entire person, as your entire being. Think about that. You are flipping somebody off and calling them a Nazi because you don't agree with them politically, and you don't like the fact that they're driving an all-electric car, which was the very thing that you demanded that people do in the first place 5 to 10 years ago. So we're at a point now where if you wear a hat supporting Donald Trump, who's a 90s Democrat, and you drive a car from Elon Musk, who was the absolute poster boy for the left, really, really pushed all of these sort of, liberal causes, really, really, really fought for, green energy, and we're gonna make Tesla a thing. Driving a car from that and wearing a hat from Donald Trump, who's a 90s Democrat, and this freak is like, well, you're a Nazi. This person doesn't even know what a Nazi is, who a Nazi is. They just know that that's a word that people in their tribe, I say there because I don't want to assume this is a woman. It looks like some androgynous looking freak. But they are pushing this because they have nothing else. There's nothing going on in this person's brain. They feel in the moment euphoria because they feel like I'm on the right side of history. I'm doing something good by flipping off this person that isn't doing anything and driving a car I don't like and wearing a hat I don't like. But by the way, this person isn't touching the car. This person is just being a loudmouth retard, which I fully support. There are a lot of loudmouth retards in the United States. So don't get it wrong. I'm not saying that this person should be arrested unless they ran up and kicked the car. But if you vandalize cars, which this person does seem like they would be the type to vandalize cars. They just have the look and the attitude about them that, when no one's looking, I'm going to come up and put gum in your, in your door latch. This does seem to be the type of person. And again, it's a white Karen, which, the Karentocracy, I tell you what, that's pretty apt. Shame!
I feel very, very sorry for you.
I feel very, very sorry for you, but I at least appreciate your tone. Even what you're saying is retarded and you're wearing a mask, which is sad. And I want you to understand something. Unlike a lot of people who are content creators, I've actually lived near people like this. I've seen people like this. I used to live in California. Thank God I no longer do. But people like this, what happens is, after they're done virtue signaling, when they're with people who they think are like them, and this happened to me a lot because I had a friend who also was more conservative but pretended not to be. And he'd get invited to all these groups, and whenever he would invite me, I would just sit and listen. It's like going to the zoo. And I would never wear political stuff. I would never make it, obvious amongst new people, unless they did something egregious. But I would just listen to them. Listen to how they talk about people. Listen to how they talk about issues. Listen to what they have to say when they think it's a room of people who all agree with them. And I gotta tell you, these are some of the worst people you will ever meet. Their mission and their goal is to virtue signal and to convince you that they're good people because inside they are not. Not in any way, shape, matter, or form. And I think that in the past, they tried to pretend to be good. But now they're not, the mask is off. They'll virtue signal here, but they're not even pretending. They're just in favor of, illegal criminals and terrorism and, some of the stuff these people are in favor of these days. It's absolutely wild. It's crazy, in fact. But yeah, no, these people behind the scenes, they are the most racist, sexist, ignorant, low information, low IQ people. And some of you may think, oh, you're just being hyperbolic. No, no, I'm actually downplaying a lot of it. It's actually worse than you think. It's way worse than you think. These people are, a lot of them are evil. You want to see what evil looks like? Go to California and join a friend group of these leftists and just listen to them talk when they think that they're in a room full of people who are like them. It's one of the most jarring experiences. I would never record something like that because you couldn't do it. But I think that a lot of people would be shocked. Even as crazy as you think these people are, even as much as you may think that you don't like them, it's not enough. It's not anywhere near enough.
You're just a little man. Little man.
Yeah, little man, you drive a Tesla.
You know what? Just about. I'm sorry.
We need you out of the road, please.
You're a fucking traitor to the United States, you
Yep. You're a fucking traitor. Yeah, this guy looks like he's got a Hitler mustache.
fuckface!
I mean, it's just the lighting, but look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Is it just me? Look at that. Does that not look like a Hitler mustache? A little bit. I mean, look at it from my angle. That does that not look like a? But anyway, you're a traitor to the U.S. Here's what I would say. I would say in 2025, to be a traitor to the U.S., you'd have to be a Democrat. Pretty simple. And what I'll also add is find a woman that loves you as much as the Democrats love illegal criminal aliens who rape and kill American citizens.
Fuckface!
Falling apart.
He doesn't actually have a.
Your truck's falling apart.
It's just a shadow from his gigantic nose.
Fucking traitor!
Yeah, real classy. These people are a piece of work.
Your truck's falling.
Old people, old gross white people. I'm embarrassed. Yeah, so traitor. Yeah, you're a traitor if you vote for Democrats. I think that's pretty clear. If you vote for Democrats, you are not in favor of this country. You're not in favor of America or Americans. You're in favor of what's the cause celeb of the day? What's the issue of the day? Like, these people, I don't view them as like my comrades or brothers or countrymen. No, these people are freaks. These people are consumed by their cult. And morally, they are just absolutely demonic and retarded and ridiculous. They don't have thoughts. They're told what to care about, and they get emotional over that thing because they want to feel important. But they're just not. That's a good man. 100%.
Get this fucking asshole out of here!
Classy. Oh, Antifa, perfect. Yeah, I really want to find out who funds these. I really want to find out who funds them. And fund that person and throw them in jail for the rest of their life. I mean, if it turns out it's a Republican, throw him in jail. But whoever's funding these groups, get them out. Straight to El Salvador. no, don't. Yeah, we don't want Doge. No to accountability. No to accountability. How dare you? God, these people. Trump is a traitor. Look at these manufactured signs.
We are lunatics. We are lunatics.
Stop the steal.
This is what democracy looks like.
I cannot sell my books today.
Musk is global. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm about to go off. I mean, these people look in the back, a Palestinian flag, of course, because all these subhuman, degenerate, bottom-feeding freaks that don't have a job on a fucking Monday. These people are all out there with the same sort of ideology, the same sort of iconography. It's just so gosh darn pathetic, isn't it? I mean, Musk is Goebbels. He's Goebbels. It's stunning. These people are retarded, and they're morally evil. It's like, what do you even say to something like that? It's like, God. So first of all, what it does is, it doesn't make Musk look any worse. But what it does do is it dilutes the impact of the word, of the phrase, of the terminology, of using this person. It dilutes it and diminishes it to being almost nothing.
They would have first of the so much easier. Yeah. So
Also to protect your identity.
I love it.
Will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
If you're up to put your hand down now. Oh, wasn't you on fire?
Thank you, Elon Musk. Tesla, no. Tesla now with white power steering. These people are insane. These people are absolutely insane. Oh, and of course, a dinosaur suit. Yeah, these people are freaks.
Watch this guy with the camera. All right. How you doing? I just want to make sure you don't trip. You're good. You're good. But yeah, I just want to make sure you don't fall. Don't trip. That's it.
Oh man, so that's an American flag that's been painted to look like the Ukrainian flag. I mean, you want to talk about traitors? You want to talk about anti-American sentiment? You will never find people that disrespect this country and have foreign allegiances. You'll never find more of them than in the Democrat Party. And these people on the left, these people are insane. They're demented, they're deranged, they're off their medication. And these people are the perfect ad. Are the perfect ad for bringing back insane asylums.
America has no king! America has no king! America has no king!
They just, it's like they repeat these mantras. They don't know what it means. They don't care what it means. They're just part of the group, part of the flock. It's just so stunning to me that these people go out in public and film themselves or allow themselves to be filmed acting like absolute animals, just repeating what they've heard, not understanding it. Oh, America does. What about Biden? Biden was one of the worst presidents in history. He drove this country into the ground. I mean, we were paying for, LGBTQ Sesame Street in the middle of, Saudi Arabia. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Trump wants to make the government more efficient. He wants to bring manufacturing back to the United States. And what are these people doing? They're calling him a fascist. These people are part of the problem. If you want to know, these people are part of the problem. If I were a dictator for a day, I would have these people rounded up and thrown into an insane asylum. But I'm not dictator for a day, and I never will be. But the fact is that these people are in direct opposition to progress. They use words that they don't understand and they don't care. They repeat mantras that mean nothing. And all of it to get in the way of human progress. Elon Musk has a mission. He wants to put people on Mars. What do you think this woman here in the shirt, what do you think her highest aspiration is? What do you think her highest motivation is? All these people, this homosexual freak, him walking around saying, we don't have a king. What do you think his highest aspiration is? What do you think his highest goal is? Nothing. He has no goal. He has no point. His life is pointless. He's worthless. He's somebody that just walks around looking for a cause because he doesn't matter. This woman doesn't matter. None of these people matter. Elon Musk is one of the few people that says, I think that humanity can be more. I'm not saying that Musk is perfect by any means. I'm not saying that he's a perfect guy. I'm not saying that he's right about everything. I'm not glazing him even. I'm acknowledging a reality that this guy has something within him that drives him to do and be more than this. And will he get people to Mars? I don't know. But if more people were like Musk and less like this, I think the world would be a better place. I do. Having the vision and the drive to go forward. This woman and people like her, these old white Karens, they are a problem. The Karentocracy. And they're male Karens, like this homosexual guy in his pajama pants. These people are the enemies of progress, of innovation. They're afraid of anything outside of their constructed bubble. And it's really quite depressing and sad and pathetic to watch them flounder about with no understanding of anything. I bet you this woman couldn't even articulate her sign. What about Tesla is fascist? Because that's what her sign says. What about Tesla is fascist? It's a car company. Oh, because you see, Elon Musk said, "My heart goes out to you." And so this absolute animal, this low IQ Karen piece of garbage, this detritus waste of air, decided that, that makes him a Nazi on par with Goebbels. That makes him like Hitler. Oh, I see. And it doesn't make sense. You absolute animal. You people should be in cages, like a zoo, with professionals giving you your medication to be okay. Oh yeah, Elon Musk is like Hitler, right? What was Hitler's motivation? What's Musk's motivation? Musk's motivation is to help humanity grow. It's so funny. Musk is like, yeah, H-1Bs are good. We need to import more people. I don't think that was Hitler's message. It's so astonishing to me that these people.
No king.
Oh, let's see. Porsche fast, Ferrari faster, Tesla fascist. Retarded.
Hands. No.
Constitution matters. You didn't care about the Constitution. Turn your outrage into action.
What's with the boot?
Huh?
What does the boot mean?
Oh, boots of fascists. Yes, would you like to buy boots of fascist? No? No, you do not lick fascist boots? It's a shame. It's a shame. I heard there would be people that lick fascist boots here.
Oh my god. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I mean we can watch this.
Towns popped up across the country and here in Western Washington.
Yeah, this is another one of
Linwood,
these.
University Village, Soto, South Lake Union, Fife, Bellevue, and
Yeah, these are all bought and paid for. I don't think there's any doubt at this point. These are all manufactured, fake. Sometimes it's the same people going from place to place. But it's so ridiculous. I mean, I can't think of a better video for April Fool's Day than to talk about these people. These animals. I mean, these enemies of progress. These low IQ. Just ridiculous. Look at this. Going out and saying he's Hitler. He's Hitler because he made a car. Oh, he made a car. And he has opinions we don't like. He wants to go to Mars. Unreal. It's so astonishing. These people are dangerous and very scary. It is very scary to watch the stupidity of these people. Because, I mean, if you really think about it, it's like, and you ask them to explain, like, what do you mean? Oh, Elon Musk is a fascist. Oh, Trump's a fascist. Okay, explain that. They can't. It's just more shouting. Shout louder. That'll solve it.
and beyond.
All the way from Linwood down to Vancouver, Washington. We just rocked it today. It was a great day.
Devin Hermanson was one of the Bellevue.
Yeah, great day. We got a lot done. We stood at the street corner and we shouted and we waved our signs and yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, that's what we accomplished today. What did Elon Musk accomplish? Well, cut another, how many billions of dollars in waste?
Organizers
Tried to help the American people, try to lower inflation. But no, you stood on a street corner with a sign. You're special.
He said about 300 people showed up as
Oh, 300 people.
part of the worldwide movement.
Oh, it's a worldwide movement. Yeah, we're America first here. Sorry. Yeah, Trump should deport them. Yeah, absolutely. Deport them to wherever they want. A worldwide movement. Deport them to wherever they want to go.
Protesters targeting Tesla dealerships and vehicles in opposition of CEO Elon Musk's role in the government.
The basic message is that democracy is for the people, not for billionaires.
Oh, except for our billionaires.
To have a billionaire...
This guy had nothing to say about Mark Zuckerberg and his interference in the 2022 election. This guy had nothing to say about Soros or any of the other billionaires. There's a whole list of them out there. Had nothing to say about them. Nothing to say about Biden flying in millions of illegal criminal aliens. Nothing to say, but suddenly Trump wants to make this country better and he's a fascist. These people are fake, they're frauds. Some of them are mentally ill, some of them are bought and paid for. This guy seems like he's bought and paid for. I don't know. It's ridiculous to me that this is the state of things.
Essentially, buy an election.
Yeah, buy an election. You know, like Zuckerberg did, like Soros did, like these Democrat oligarchs actually do and have done for years, the Clintons. I mean...
And is now interfering with the functioning of our government.
It's amazing. Boy, isn't it amazing that Elon Musk is cutting all of this fraud, waste, and abuse?
Terrifying.
At the U Village protest,
I am so proud to represent you.
Representative Pramila Jayapal was among those to address the demonstrators.
Musk and the Department
Impeach President Musk.
of Greed and Evil. That's what Doge is, the Department of Greed and Evil.
The Department of Greed and Evil. We're cutting all of this waste, fraud, and abuse That's greed and evil. These people. Like, do you understand what I'm saying now? Does it start to make sense? Just how patently retarded the people are that we're dealing with. How anti-truth, how anti-reason, how anti-common sense these people are. These people should not be in elected office. They should be in an insane asylum where people are coming to deliver them their medication every day. But instead, the inmates are running the asylum. How is that possible? These people are out there going, it's very greed and evil. Greed and evil. Greed would be what you did with our taxpayer money. Spending on all these leftist causes, propping up these things that you knew the American people would detest. Evil is when you defend illegal criminal aliens who have hurt American citizens and try to defend them and say that they should stay in the country to do that again to other people. That's evil.
Evil have got to go.
Hermanson suggests this is really just the start of the movement.
Okay. Yeah. These people are freaks, ladies and gentlemen. I wish this were an April Fool's joke, but it's not. Anyway, that'll do it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. See you next time.